So now I have here the plastic resin, polyester resin model of the clay 49 Merc, made out of the sealed up plaster multi-piece mold. Now the model no longer fits perfectly in the mold because I've made slight modifications, alterations, so that the metal won't shrink badly when we cast it. Needs to be a uniform thickness. I built up the sides with an epoxy clay so that there's no undercuts and there's a draft angle on each side so that when you ram sand in there, it'll draw out of there. Because remember, this has got to come out of a two-piece sand mold. Half of the mold is going to come off of the top of the car, and you can see the parting line here. And the other half of the mold is going to come out of the interior and the bottom half. So the polyester and epoxy clay prototype model is the next step. But I also have to make the other objects for the car. It needs an undercarriage, obviously. Created this out of just a piece of plywood and added detail with wood. To make these little things, wood is the obvious choice. The front bumper, rear bumper, headlight turned on a lathe. The wheels are turned on a lathe and made a mold of. Little lake pipes, all wood. And all these parts that go into the final product. So next step will be to make more molds of these objects so that we can cast my match plate patterns, which will allow us to make sand molds off the match plate patterns and make the castings and get the finished product.